Good evening and welcome to the Lineup Sports Show. Once again, my name is Mr. Shea. This is the Ultimate Watch Along, and we're here with me. The lineups between Ghana and Croatia is out. We'll go into that a little bit. All right, so the lineup for Croatia, with their coach Zlatko Dalic is out, and then they are playing the 4-2-3-1 with Livankovic, Stanisic, Sutalo, Pograsic, Perisic, Modric, Kovacic, Baturuna, Stocic, and then Vlasic. They are playing the 4-2-3-1 formation. With this formation, they want to possess the ball and then pull and attacking. With this diamond shape, you could see the ball will use the flanks very well. Ghana's formation is also out with two major changes in the lineup of Ghana. Yeah. In the midfield, and then one DM center midfield. We have Derek Lakasin coming in from Jerome Opoku, and then we have Elisha Owusu coming in for Caleb Irichi. So Ghana is using 4-3-3 formation. Benjamin Asare obviously is in the post. We have Marvin Senyaya of AJ Oxlade. We have Adjective of Wolfsburg. We have Lakasin of Paphos. I don't doubt Lakasin when it comes to his personal ability and skills in defending. But then what is the question right now is the chemistry between Lakasin and Adjete, because obviously Jerome and Adjete has built that chemistry going in between Germany. You could see that because it's their first, they were, a bit Lakasidika in their formation, in their tactics, and then you could see the flops against Germany when we play the friendlies. But then as time goes on, say yes, chemistry not bad. So right now, in the last group, you are trying to play Lakasin and Adjete. I don't know what Carlos is trying to do over there, but then we just hope to see the best. And then on the left back, we have Gideon Mensah. Yeah, we have Gideon Mensah. And then in the midfield, we have Sibo, Owusu, and then Thomas Partey. And then up front, we have Ayew of Leicester. We have Kamaldeen Sulemana of Atlanta. And then we have Semenyo of Manchester City. Way and lineups are Ghana, Eddie Akokosha, Croatia, and now Anajo exactly 9 p.m. 25 minutes more for kick-off. Round now tactics in Yamanyama. That is when guests in Yamanyama every dream and ten. But before that, you call a bit of transfer rumors. There cause the world of transfer. Now back into the studios, then we'll talk tactics, what the two coaches, what the formation they are playing, what we should expect, and all that. All right. This is Here We Go. Trabzonspor agreed deal to sign Andre Onana from Manchester United on a new loan deal verbally agreed on loan until June 2027, as Onana has accepted to stay in the Turkish Super League for 1 more year. Man United do not count Andre Onana for next season. Transfersport are ready to proceed and pay a loan fee. Obviously, last season, United Eloni in Transfersport, Eloni Andre Onana Edman Transfersport, and then they brought in Seny Lammens. Seny Lammens obviously had a fantastic season, and then was named transfer of the season last season in the Premier League. So with that, United made it very clear to Andre Onana they don't want his services right now. But then I'm mean tone because as a player one performing, and so he has to be up and there so that we'll be able to sell him and then get our price that we paid him from Inter Milan back. So Transfersport has agreed to sign on a long season loan again for 1 more year for 2027. Everything has been agreed. This is 116 million. Elliot Anderson became the most expensive player in Manchester City history. The final fee spent on by Manchester City for the midfielder will be 116 million guaranteed, as accepted by Nottingham Forest. Anderson will cost more than Jack Grealish, 100 million deal record signing in the history of Manchester City. Manchester City, at me, as signing Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest, 120. Ubisami, I'll say 120 is too much for Anderson, Charlie, because one season wonder there, like Ube sign player 120 million. This is when I can say Manchester City almost say Jano. They are spoiling the transfer market, because if you should be paying 120 million for Anderson, how much more Tonali Nyamanyama Newcastle? This is just a one season wonder. Well, they have the money, so they've gone for Elliot Anderson. Moving on, we have Bruno Guimaraes of Brazil. Arsenal sent an official 55 million bid for Bruno Guimaraes and Newcastle rejects. Arsenal tried direct approach on Thursday with 55 million bid, but Newcastle closed doors as they did not want Bruno to go. Magpies count on a Brazilian for next season, and 55 million or 60 million will not be enough to open doors to a sale. Bruno respects Newcastle's decision, while Arsenal have more target on the short list in the midfield. Obviously, Arsenal wants Bruno to join them next season and then enforce their midfield. They sent an initial bid of 55 million, but it got rejected by the Magpies, which is Newcastle. I'm rejected almost 55 million extra. Already, I'm pese akolane be kona was sending 55 million. Munko pe munfa mun 55 million ko pe bi mi da mu top Manchester to Elliot Anderson for 120 million plus add-ons. What do you expect us to sell Bruno for 55 million? Obviously, he has been in the league for obviously more than 3 seasons. You could see the consistency there on the performance. But then if you are bidding 55 million for somebody who has been in the season for so long, and then the consistency about his performance is there, now we'll be turn 55 million. And I'll be a one season wonder, turn 120 million. You could see clearly where Newcastle is coming from. Newcastle really want to cash out. All right, this is the deal that has been making, most of the fuss and buzz about all week. This is Nico Paz, or a Real Madrid player, or Cospeni loan, or Como. Como is Serie A team that has been promoted into the Champions League, or qualified Champions League spots this season. And Real Madrid, our buyback clause, which is 10 million. Real Madrid activated the buyback clause, say I'm pay Nico Paz, and I'm turn Nico Paz beam. And Nico Paz catch him say he doesn't want to stay at Real Madrid because he knows definitely he's not going to get enough playing time out or the boosting the career. So Como sent an official bid 40 million, and I'm turning back every Real Madrid. So right now, Nico Paz has joined Como on a permanent transfer from Real Madrid. But then in the clause, it has the clause that anytime a Como person on Nico Paz in the near future, Real Madrid has a say in the sale or a buyback clause. Real Madrid eton Nico Paz, eloni Nico Paz edima Como. But then in the loan, Real Madrid has a buyback clause of 10 million that they can activate anytime. This is the Real Madrid activity clause. So they bought back Nico Paz from Como 10 million. And a Como esan to Nico Paz every Real Madrid for 40 million. At this time, it is a permanent transfer. So it doesn't have to be say wabo 1-0 Real Madrid best one to the turn be sell Maton for 40 million. But then in the near future, so maybe I was spending 3 seasons, 4 seasons, Como, none or no person or moving from Como to another club. Real Madrid has a say in where the destination of Nico Paz should be. Say, or person encore club say, or person encore club say, say, Real Madrid has all those in the contract. So Como has agreed to buy Nico Paz from Real Madrid on permanent deal. Agreement reached as Como will rebuy Nico Paz from Real Madrid after the Blancos activated 9 million buyback clause yesterday. Nico wanted to stay at Como, loving the club and the project is worth sharing great relationship with coach Cesc Fabregas. Real Madrid will keep future control on Nico Paz and maintain buyback clause for the Argentine talent. So when NIA in same sema ewa Nico Paz nini transfer ninyam oba hanum swa we have Gonzalo Ramos AC Milan for 70 million plus eda koto Abrante we were finished product to Abrante obi on to me zero ntina bencha now AC Milan koto 70 million. Like I don't know what AC Milan is thinking buying Gonzalo Ramos 70 million from PSG, but well, it is what it is. AC Milan agreed deal to sign Gonzalo Ramos from Paris Saint-Germain. Deal in place after official bid sent yesterday. It will be Milan record signing for a fee over 70 million euros plus add-ons. Ramos has already accepted AC Milan move and will sign his contract very soon. Wanted by Ruben Amorim as a priority. Moving on, I think that will be the transfer news. You Eddie Mamu, and then you back to any World Cup matches. You born 9 o'clock. Group L matches war, Group K matches war, and Group J matches war. Where you be born and then 9 p.m. and then 11 p.m. and Ahumachi, and then our Group L 9 p.m. no. That is about 70 minutes more for the game to start between Croatia and Ghana, and then Panama and England. At the same time, Group K, and the match Colombia and Portugal, Congo, DR Congo, and Uzbekistan. Obviously, Portugal and then Colombia has already qualified, but they are just fighting for first and second position right now. Colombia has a chance to join its African brothers, Otumisha Uzbekistan. He will be able to join his African brothers. Obviously, Ghana has already qualified. England has already qualified. But then Ghana is fighting for either first, second, or third position. That depends on the match against Croatia today. That is what will happen to Ghana if Ghana should either fall first, second, third place. So Ghana, your group now, yet me, manage a winning a top is our group now. We'll be facing Senegal in Group L. We'll face Senegal. Yet me winning our match and then still maintain our first position in Group L. We'll be able to we'll face Senegal in the round of 32. Now, to say it's maybe second. You face Portugal. You this second now and Croatia, Chia na Ogwaye, Polia. You bet Colombia around 32. So where countries are possible countries will be facing in the round of 32 if we should either place first, second, or third. And to bet me, I say no. I going to say if I now person Ghana, you that first, I best share Senegal, you that second, you best share Portugal, you that third, you best share Colombia. Obviously, maybe I be Colombia, you tiate. Me and me can't say, but say I me or GD because obviously we played against England and then we were able to hold them at a 0-0 draw. So going against Colombia, Portugal, and then Senegal, I know they also have different tactics, but then trust me, we can hold on to them as much as we held on to England. All right, this is a sad news from the camp of Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo, a Ghanaian Dutch international. Tisia Obo Emma Netherlands World Cup no musisia onu eka omu squad no ha Obo World Cup no. Anope we ya na beto just say omu baba oneni yere omu I mean like the wife was pregnant and then they had a misconception, then they've lost the child. So heartbreaking news for Cody Gakpo and his partner who have announced the devastating loss of their baby boy during pregnancy. Gakpo's partner with broken heart will share the devastating news that our baby boy has passed away during pregnancy. Thank you for your love and support. Elijah Raphael Gakpo, forever loved, forever our son. And aware Gakpo statement or release here. This is an incredibly difficult time for our family. We kindly ask for privacy and space. Thank you for understanding. All support goes out to Cody Gakpo and his partner following this devastating news. And maybe I will be let's say Udin Paibo Ebetai Cody Gakpo any partner say Oman Lucy Omuba Be Manu. Yeah. Moving on to our next item on the agenda. This is how the round of 32 knockout stage in the World Cup is looking right now. As it stands now, Germany will be facing Paraguay, France will be facing Sweden, South Africa will be facing Canada, Netherlands will be facing Morocco, Wales is to be determined, Spain is also to be determined, USA will be facing Hezna and Herzegovina, Belgium also need Empire. Brazil will be facing Japan. Ivory Coast will be facing Norway. Mexico Empire. Argentina will be facing Cape Verde. New Zealand will be Australia will be facing Egypt, and then Switzerland and Sunni Empire. So as it stands now, this is how the table of the 32 knockout stage looking. Depending on how any Ochina games that will be the matches teams are fixing in those empty boxes. Any transfer news, any any ebesi. I mean, read text messages via abem kakra. We see hello, one fashi and so. We see so. Hi, good evening. I'm Seth from Kufrida. Would the match be live here? Let me match in life. Let me match in life. We see. Good evening. Will you show Ghana's match here? Let me show you Ghana match here. They bet me I say bet okay tactics now. Yeah, the there can bet house. I bet I want to see ya. Your bar, your guest no abedru, DJ abedru, yen temwa. Your baby say line up now, color scorers are releasing what is his take on that, and then what we should expect from the boys. You better on your bar, now DJ can add to amuso. Your bar is here. For your Mamunya Akwaba Biom Ediba, the lineup sports show. So Midin once again, Mr. Ashite. Yenya Dan Jordan, Abe Kayon Efiha. In a minute, I'll introduce Dan Jordan. You're discussing. We have about 8 minutes for the game to start. Then we'll leave you now. I can share game now. For first half analysis. Then we'll take it from them. DJ.
Yeah, Mr. Ashite.
Then echo.
Charlie, Boko, Asamba.
Asamba. You're a good patriotic citizen.
So you say tournaments, me support England. England is again, but they know Ghana and England. So the way I'm supporting.
Who supporting Ghana?
Play as a Kakranam CM. If you ban Ghana, they are always Ghana first.
Ghana first.
Yeah, Ghana first.
Obviously, Ghana and Croatia and you line up about. When I share board news, one was a line up now about on your are you surprised about the lineup? What do you think of the lineup?
A bit surprised about the lineup. I think players, more coaches, new pictures go on man.
I don't know.
Obi said we come out in Suleiman. Anytime you see your man or your one player, your man, maybe I know prove like and I want him to prove me wrong. So prove me wrong, like in the benefit of the country.
Yeah.
Because who prove me wrong, why should go and also make it like your man guy with so many chances, opportunities. Now, so anytime you have a man opportunity, what you utilize it like about the performance and you're very encouraging. Then I say we had the nod ahead of Brandon Thomas Asante. You share your game against Panama now. No be to me only shall to me ebe san game mine. So I was expecting say and can either say or no and I say fatal dey come back
and start
but me nim the entire coach no. Well, I don't know training about like Suleiman and like because I was expecting Kamadi in a Thomas Asante so be to me even though or a striker but he's comfortable playing on the flank.
Yes.
So I'm very surprised with like the
lineup.
Yeah, the Suleiman reposition. I'm very, very surprised. I was he's the last person I expected say or best started ahead of Fatal Isaoko and I say Brandon Thomas Asante. But apart from that, I think say say Jerome so one book game way because of precaution. We have some slight injury but one person very skinny. Yeah, so Lucasen coming from him. Yeah, I think it's okay. But Elisha Usun also I'm a bit skeptical, but Thomas Partey also be shaping some big guiding on start against England. To be guided, you communicate. Against England, Thomas Partey was the coach on the field.
Yeah,
like he was constant communicate. Jina men constant. Like so, I'm looking for a obe coaching on the field. Send a obe maintaining position. You say you defend and I say compact and you baby are born in Bekubia and so follow. About over K2 space now, over K2 position now, just space in between. So I'm expecting say Thomas Partey a big guy they midfield Nina and I say midfield senior star here against England. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a good game. All
right, you heard it from Danny Jordan. He's looking forward to a good game.
Yeah, so they'll be very familiar with themselves, but for the first 10-20 minutes in there, I'm expecting the defense to be a bit jittery because look at M-ball tournament. You started with M-ball on a JT partnership. So this is the first time I'm experiencing that. Yeah, in the tournament. So in the first 10-15 minutes in there, we expected a bit jittery and I say so on panic kakra. I feel like going for it, you go into the game and you put up a very good performance.
All right. I cut 2 minutes match in the start here. Obviously we'll go for a break and then we'll come back and then talk about the tax and all that. So DJ, what's the expectation? Since any tournament might be out now to game now about
the guys should just go there and have fun.
Yeah, should
but
be
they
with them.
shouldn't lose.
Okay, they
Yeah,
shouldn't
me, I
lose.
hate losing. I know say in this second we are going to face Portugal, but
Okay.
one thing I don't like is losing. Like
Okay.
so at least a draw will be okay.
It will be okay for you. Alright, after 4 years, son, Abeka, yeah, Dr. Rash, why late kakra, now so, yeah, son, come 1 or 2 things, when says Ghana traffic in the ultimate engagement. But at this time, Abeka is some, we have 2 minutes, I'll be signing on our dream to the line up, no, any expectation, then wrap up, and then go for the first half of the match. Doctor,
Yes.
welcome, sir.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Okay.
Alright, let's wrap up. The lineup number 433, Asari, Ajete, Lakasin, Mensah, Senenya. What is your take on the formation and then the players you choose to use?
Okay, so I won't dwell much on it. We are already far behind time, but I think for where we stand in the tournament now, it's okay for him to try something new. I was surprised he actually decided to go ahead with